Hey everyone, I haven't made a video blog in forever, so I thought now would be as good a time as any. I just wanted to kind of bring you guys up to speed on my new book, Treat Your Poker Like a Business, on dustyschmidt.net. Uh, we have had a great launch in a lot of respects. We've sold far more books than we could have ever hoped for. We're just taking pre-orders at the minute, and we have the ebook available for download immediately. I've been it's one of the great honors really to been able to experience what I've experienced in the last few days, seeing all these orders come in for a first-time author. It's been really flattering, and I really want to thank you guys for that experience. It's been tremendous. For those of you who went to the site and struggled with actually purchasing the book, I do want to send my apologies over. Unfortunately, our website did have a couple bugs in it. We've got those worked out now, so I want to make sure that you guys know that. So if you want to get the book now, by all means, go to dustyschmidt.net, and you shouldn't have any problems anymore. If you do have any problems, please, look at the contact us page, send us an email. We've got 4 guys looking at the emails. Due to our different schedules, most of us are on a little bit different sleep schedules, and so we're able to view these emails virtually 24 hours a day. So thanks for your understanding. We've really tried hard to meet everyone's expectations, and we did fall a little short in that category, but we're working as hard as we can. So please accept my apologies there. I've been getting a lot of questions on sort of the state of online poker, and I just want to say I think now's a great time to be in online poker. It's maybe some of the low-lying fruit has been picked off a little bit. There was obviously in the party poker days a lot of money being deposited, and not a whole lot of people really knew how to play the game very well. And now people know how to play it a little better. But the good news is there's even more money being deposited in by recreational players than ever before. And so the game of online poker is in great shape. It should be in great shape for a long time to come. I'm certainly banking on it. I've made it my career, and I don't really have any concerns that I'll ever be out of a job in online poker. I think it's here to stay, and there's going to be a lot of money in it for a long time if you can become a successful player. I do have one sort of concern, and that's about PokerStars. Now, PokerStars, I do want to preface this by saying I think is one of the best companies I've ever dealt with in my entire life, not even poker related, but just all business related. It's a tremendous product that they put out, and I'm thrilled to be able to have been playing on their site now for close to 3 years. In a multi-billion-dollar company that they're running there, I have one complaint, which is nothing relative to the scale of what they offer. And so, I've talked about it before. I'm sure many of you guys know that how I feel on this subject, but it's the issue of short stackers at high stakes games. I really think that PokerStars would be better served taking a long-term approach in their sort of business model. I think what's happening is they're seeing the short stackers populate the games in the high stakes games in a way that is unprecedented in online poker. I mean, you can log on and there's at times there's close to 100 5-10 games at PokerStars alone, and these games unfortunately have just become completely overrun by short stackers. Good half the tables, pretty much every time I log on. I mean, this isn't going to be a statement that's necessarily applicable at all hours or anything, but the hours I've been playing for quite a while now, half the tables are 3, 4, and 5 short stackers at every single table at a 6 max. And this, coming from a background of I came from watching the movie Rounders and getting all excited about playing poker and making these like soul reads and playing the Cadillac of poker that Doyle Brunson used to, or Doyle Brunson plays, and Chip Reese and all these legends. And fast forward to today, and what you've got is a high stakes, a bunch of high stakes games with a bunch of guys with charts running around populating the games, and that's hardly the Cadillac of poker, if you ask me. I mean, guys playing off of a chart is exactly the opposite of the Cadillac of poker. It's just become a total joke. And it gets a little frustrating when you log on and the lists are all jammed. You can't get to a game, and you look at it and you look at, oh, what's the reason for the list being jammed? And oh, it's 6 short stackers on a list of a table where there's already 4 of them, and it's become a little absurd. And Full Tilt's done a pretty good job. They've introduced so many of these deep tables. Poker Stars has got the 50 BB tables, which is that means you have to buy in for at least 50 big blinds, and that's great. But the problem is that they don't limit the number of tables that you can start that are non-50 big blind. And so the short stackers just start every table, and and then what you've got left is people then joining it, and then they start a new one, and so you never even really get a chance to get your table off the ground because you're sitting there on a 50 big blind table waiting to get things started, and then they start, 3 or 4 of them flood to a non-50 big BB table. And so they basically, they're dictating the terms now on Stars, and it's kind of a joke. And I don't come from a place of trying to make more money on this. My hourly rate has been just as high as it's ever been with all these short stackers around. In fact, most of the short stacker seats would probably just been filled with another really tough full stack player. So I'm not like coming from a place of trying to make more money, but I'm coming from a place of just trying to protect the product. People came to Poker Stars, and and I'm coming from a place of also trying to and continue to enjoy the game that I play for a living. But I came to Poker Stars because they had a superior product, hands down. And if you're a low stakes player, are you really going to are you really going to become inspired to want to become a high stakes player when you open up all the tables and it's just a bunch of guys with 20 big blind stacks? It just kind of sucks some of the enjoyment out of it. It sucks some of the thrill of playing No Limit Texas Hold'em. And I really think that I don't know what the right analogy is. It might be like the PGA Tour, reducing their field to just a putting contest or something. I don't know, but it's just become a total joke. And I really think that something needs to be done about this, or Poker Stars is going to feel the effects in the long run. I'm sure that they look at their they look at their reports and they see that, wow, there used to only be 35-10 tables, now there's 80. Life is good. But how many people are just going to become frustrated with the fact that there's not a high stakes community anymore? It's that it's just overrun by these short stackers, and you have a bunch of guys running around playing off of a chart. And like, this is supposed to be the Cadillac of poker. This is supposed to be what you work every day for. This is what you dream of as a low stakes player, which is 99.99999% of their community of members. And now what you're trying to do is strive to get to something that is become a mockery. So I just really think that Poker Stars would be well served to really at least consider my advice. I really think that all you got to do is I need to go 50 BB. You can up it to 40 big blinds, and that at least makes people play some poker. So anyway, if you guys are hearing this, Poker Stars, please consider this. So anyway, that's kind of my 2 cents on that, and I hope you guys enjoy the book, and I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on this subject.